one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Inside and Out. This is a review of Mid-South Wrestling, and Rodney, take it away.
All right, it's episode 289, Mid-South Wrestling. This was originally broadcast on March the 21st, 1985. Opens up with Jim Ross and Joel Watts. And today we're going to have this show is going to be the first tag elimination match. I love these matches. Also on the program is going to be Kamala against Terry Taylor. At the beginning of the program, it seems like it takes forever, but Ted DiBiase finally is able to talk after Jim Ross just keeps talking and talking and talking. But anyway, he's complaining about the fact that he signed a match last week. He didn't think it was for the North American title. He thought it was for just the television title. That's what he challenged for. And actually, again, he was right. But he did say they said, well, it's title versus title, and Terry Taylor is the new North American champion. At that point, then Reed comes out, and they have an altercation, and then they go back and they showed last week, the end of the show last week, where the Dirty White Boys and the Rock and Roll Express had to pull apart. That went all over the floor. I think everybody just about on the card was involved in that. Just an awesome fight. Right there. And then it came back, and Skander Akbar is back at the desk, and he challenges, of course, talking about the match coming up with Kamala against Terry Taylor, and he was wondering why there was no North American Championship match. And, of course, as we know from Terry Taylor's experience with Jake Roberts, he may or may not defend the title, even if he says he will. That's just Taylor. I don't know. Anyway, so first match is the Barbarian against Josh Stroud. Barbarian managed by General Skander Akbar. In the end, it's the full Nelson, just a tremendous full Nelson on Josh Stroud. The Barbarian attacks Stroud after the match, causing a reversal, and Josh Stroud ends up winning that one by disqualification. Here comes Butch Reed. He's dressed to the nines in a suit. Barbarian rips the suit off from him. And then another melee pull apart between the Barbarian and Butch Reed, getting ready for their matches coming up. Reed is back at the desk as they come back from commercial. He has all of his clothes, tore up clothes, and he's challenging the Barbarian to a ghetto street fight, which I'm sure that's coming up in the arenas. Match number 2 is Ted DiBiase and Steve Dr. Death Williams against Terry Daniels, Shawn Michaels. DiBiase and Williams win that one. No surprise, really. DiBiase with the power slam following the figure 4. Just good stuff always from Ted DiBiase. Match and Steve Williams. Match number 3, Ugandan Giant / Warrior / Savage, depends on what week it is and who's doing the announcing, is what they call him, against Terry Taylor. We had... We'll talk about it in a minute. Terry Taylor against Kamala. In the end, it was oh, good grief almighty. Anyway, it ends up with just a bunch of stuff taking place. Akbar slams Taylor into the corner, and Taylor's busted up. Jake Roberts is in. Terry Taylor gets him with the belly to back suplex. Kamala then comes in with the body slam, trips or picks up. Kamala picks up Terry Taylor for a slam, trips over Roberts. He falls on top of him. Taylor wins. Kamala then attacks Jake Roberts after the match. Just a tremendous match with that. But then again, it's just Terry Taylor. So anyway, 4-team elimination match. I love these matches. What you have is you have 4 different teams in each corner. They can tag anybody, and as the pinfall or submission takes place, that team, then the person and his partner is eliminated, and it goes till one team remains. First round, it was the teams with the Dirty White Boys, Jack Victory, Jake Roberts, the Rock and Roll Express, and Brad Armstrong and Tom Pritchard. I love this match. First elimination came when Lynn Denton caught Tom Pritchard with a fall-away slam, which eliminated Brad and Tom Pritchard, which put the Jake Roberts, Jack Victory, and the Dirty White Boys against the Rock and Roll Express. They really never wrestled each other in that one. In the end, for that one, the next elimination was Victory and Jake Roberts when the Ricky and Robert caught Victory with a double drop kick. And then the match. We didn't get to see the finale of the match. The 2 teams were left with the Dirty White Boys and the Rock and Roll Express, but time supposedly had expired. Apparently not too much time, simply because they had enough time to run a video of Kerry Von Erich. But anyway, so next week on the program, we're going to see the first of Steve Casey Kerry Von Erich, Chris Adams for the next week's show. And of course, like I said, the program ended with Kerry Von Erich and Eye of the Tiger. And that's it.
Well, Jack, what did you think about the show?
It was a really good show. Terry Daniels got killed, so I was very, very happy.
I will tell you, I did not like the Barbarian Josh Stroud match. I watched this thing and I thought, man, this is horrible. And then it didn't get any better when Butch Reed got out there. It was just scrambled eggs. Stuff looked bad. It just did not work for me.
Well, that was about as good as a Barbarian match ever got. So
that's true, really.
It was just not too good, and there was too many pull aparts. They pulled apart the Rock and Roll Express, and then they turned right back around, and they pulled apart the Barbarian and Butch Reed. And I'm thinking, man, did you not realize you did the same? I mean, you did the same thing back to back. You know, I didn't much care for that. I understand why they did it because they were doing a good street fight, but still, they should have done something else with the Rock and Roll. And I did. Taylor and Kamala, I thought was magnificent. And I thought when Kamala, man, when he started doing the chops to all these people, the people were going wild. Missed opportunity to ever make Kamala turn him. I think
that would have been perfect time.
Yeah, it would have been great during that. And the tag elimination match, I thought was tremendous. The whole match was great. I don't understand why they didn't finish it, but I guess they didn't want to finish because they didn't want to show people that match.
Given a sample. I think this was just a sample because they have the big one coming up the Superdome at the end of the month. So I think this was just a warm up, kind of give the people an idea of what kind of match this would be. Just kind of a preview. My biggest problem is our North American champion, Terry Taylor, took the leg slapping into the middle of the ring now with Kamala doing the chops. It just seems like the more you push him, the worse he gets. Now he's the top guy, and he's right in the middle. He did it twice, right for all to see. Chop to the head, slapping the leg, like nobody could see it.
Well, I just want Terry Taylor to know one thing. When you get a hit on the head, it does not make a slapping sound.
Well, these chops apparently was caving his skull in. Or in this, it
might make a thud, but I'm not for sure. It makes a
even to this day, I do not understand that. But
when I hit people on the head for real, it didn't ever make that noise.
It did not.
Oh, it made a thud sound, but
in his case, it would have probably been a rattle when he hit him in the head. Brain going in that head like that. It just perplexes me. And like I said, the more he was pushed, the worse he got. I'm not sure why.
Well, we will review episode 290. I already watched that episode. So if you've not watched episode 290, get over there and watch 290. And so we'll review it. Either agree or disagree with us. Leave a comment. If you don't agree with what we said, leave a comment. It doesn't matter if you agree with it or don't agree with it, but let us know your thoughts on the matches that were on this card. If you've enjoyed this video, give us the big thumbs up. Subscribe to the page if you haven't already. Go one step further, hit that notification bell. And until the next episode right here on Pro Wrestling Inside and Out and our Mid-South Wrestling Review, we'll see you later.